Hello, everyone. Hello. It's so good to see you all again today. I have Janice with us for our spotlight for again this month, and I just love the fact that I'm doing this because I was just telling Janice I just wanted to be able to have a conversation with some of you all and kind of get to know you and for you all to get to know some of the other members as well. So I'm just going to let Janice introduce herself just however you want, whatever you want to tell us to introduce yourself is perfectly left up to you.
Hello, tribe. My name is Janice Smothers. I reside in Byram, Mississippi, which is a little small town outside of Jackson, Mississippi. I'm a mother of three grown sons and a grandmother of 10 children.
Oh, wow.
I'm married 34 years.
Wow.
We've been together for a total of 36 years. And I work in education, but I work on the state side, not so much as the public. It is public education, but I work for the State Department of Education. I'm an auditor. I've been doing it for 4 years, but been with the state for a total of 13 years. I was previously in roles of monitoring and auditing, and also human resources.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm glad to be on tonight.
Okay. Okay. And I know that you've been on vacation too.
Yes, I came back Monday off a cruise. Um,
Okay.
my fifth cruise, my husband's third, and the couple we went with, it was their very first cruise. So they chose us to go with them, which they're our friends, and we couldn't say no, but we just got off the same ship in January.
Oh wow. Oh wow. And I mean I know how it is with cruises. And it's almost like I mean you kind of disconnect from the world.
Really.
And so even though you went on the same cruise, were you able to have a different experience
Oh
or
yes, oh yes. I was even telling some coworkers at work today. In January, me and my husband, we're real subtle. We don't, just go out a lot as far as partying. So
Mhm.
I was telling my coworkers how we stayed up to midnight a few nights, and in January we didn't even get to see midnight. We were in the bed about 8 o'clock. 9 one night because we got to see the theater show. So we
Uh-huh.
stayed up a little late for that one in January, but this time they had us hanging out.
See that's pretty cool. So you all the your experience you had was based upon who you went with.
Correct, correct. I'm totally. And my friend that we went with, she was like, "Well, I could never go anywhere with my husband alone." I mean, I love traveling with my husband because I know we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna be in bed by 8, and we'll get
Right.
up to eat breakfast, and just not shopping. Um, Not a whole lot of partying because we don't do it.
Mhm.
So her and her husband even went to the club one night, but we didn't go. That was the night we went in a little early. Went in at 11 that night, but they went to the club. I had never been to karaoke. We did karaoke on this cruise. I was like,
Okay.
I didn't even know karaoke was going on. So
What?
yeah, it was a
Girl.
whole different experience. It was totally
Wow. But
so.
did you enjoy the karaoke though?
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I had no idea. I think I knew it was going on, but we never did make it because it was always like 8 and 9 o'clock, and we were in bed
Uh-huh.
by that time.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we did a lot of things that we didn't do in January.
Yeah. That's good though, because I really look forward to karaoke on the cruises because I feel like, okay, I'm never going to see these people again.
Right? Why
So I
not?
can
I mean,
just get up there and
it was hilarious. Some for some of us, but actually, we don't like to see the
Mhm.
people that can sing. We don't want to hear them. We know they can sing, but they had some good singers on there also.
Right, right.
We want to laugh
Okay, okay. And
like
of course, the
lunch.
people drinking. Yes.
Mhm.
I know
Like,
that's right, especially with people drinking. So it just makes it
yes,
even more hilarious.
honey, it was one woman. She fell on the floor a couple of times. She was so drunk. I was like, how can you get that drunk? And like my husband say, she's probably somebody out of corporate America. She just letting her hair down, on this cruise. Nobody knows me, so why not? But
Exactly.
you'll be
Exactly.
amazed.
Exactly.
Because we cruised out of New Orleans, you'll be amazed who you might see that you know. Because I saw a couple people that I knew. So you'll be amazed.
Mm.
Never say never.
Yeah. So that means you need to go. We need to go far away.
Like, correct. Because New Orleans
So
is
tell
just
me,
okay.
what you say? New Orleans is what? Which is right
It's
there.
only about 3 hours away from where we live now. So yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Because I went to Cozumel, or was it Cancun? One of them out of New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now it
so
was
I,
I
I
know it well, we went to Cozumel this time and also in January.
okay,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, I love that. So tell me, I mean, how is it? I mean, because of course, when you said you and your husband, you've been together for 36 years and you've been married for 34 years. We just came off of the Black Love Month,
Mhm.
and I really enjoyed that month because we talked about not only couples, but we also talked about our community and the love that we have for one another, whether we're siblings, parents, whatever, just how it is in the Black community.
Right.
But how is it that you and your husband have been able to just sustain, your love for 34 years or 36 years, I should say?
I think not so much that we're common because we don't think alike, absolutely don't think alike, but we're wanting a long marriage. That's what we both want.
Mm-hmm.
So we both want to be married until death do us part to each other. So
Mm-hmm.
us wanting the same thing, I think that's really what. Not saying that we don't have issues and all of that, but we work through them. So basically, just wanting the same thing out of life, a
Yeah.
commonality of some things. I know after all of those years, we still don't have a whole lot in common, although we do have some things
Mm-hmm.
in common. But yeah. But it's just the fact that he wants the marriage and I want the marriage, and we
Mm.
work together.
Wow.
Working through problems. You got to work through them. You can't just sweep them under the rug because they're not gonna go away. So
Mhm.
just working through them.
Yeah.
And
And I
hmm
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
and I tell anybody, how you do the counseling and all today. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. He always told me, when he married, he wanted to be married forever. That's what he
Mm,
told me. And me the same. And I remember my dad told him, if you don't treat my baby, you can't treat my baby girl right, bring her back home.
mm,
So I don't know if that stuck with him or what, because he just wanted that family because his dad wasn't in his life. So he
mm,
wanted to be in the lives of our kids. And he just remained.
yeah. And you did too. It's a blessing.
Yes, because a marriage is hard. It's work. It's constant
Yeah.
work. So you can't just have one person working and the other one just along for the ride. It can't. I tell my sons that all the time. I have one that he was married, but they were so not wanting the same things. This is my money.
Mm,
This is her money. At one point you got to
mm,
come together. You got to come together if you ever
yeah.
want something to work. And they're not even divorced. They're separated. She's gone on with her life and has had another child. He's gone on with his life
Mm,
and has had another child. I was like, but when are you going to decide what you got going on? If you're not
mhm,
ever going to get back together, because he lives out in Texas. Well, two of them live out in Texas. But I told him Texas has this law if you're married to this woman, you're obligated to take care of that child. It's not yours.
Mm.
So I mean, but he knows he's like 38. And another thing, I had a
Girl, you got a 38-year-old.
let me tell you what happened.
Girl, you look so good.
I had my first child at 16, and
But still, you look good,
for many years I was ashamed of that, and I was like, and I got to talking to someone, and they told me, well, you live a good life, so why are you so ashamed of that? That could
girl.
help me having a child that young, and I'm gonna say I'm successful. That could really help somebody else.
Definitely.
But I never thought of it that way. I'm like, who can my little self help?
Girl, a lot
But
of
you
people.
never know, because somebody's always watching you, whether
Yes,
it's in a good way or bad way. Somebody's always watching you.
that's the truth.
But
That's
yeah, I have a 38-year-old.
And girl, and you've been spitting some gems since we've been talking. So I know you can help plenty of folks.
I mean, I try to. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna. If I can, I am. I'm definitely never gonna hurt anybody, because if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna read up on there, ask questions, before I give a wrong answer to anybody.
Mhm.
So I'm never, with my words, I'm never gonna hurt anybody.
Yeah. And I can really tell by just the Facebook posts, because I follow you on Facebook,
Hmm.
and even your interactions in the tribe. I can tell that you really have a good heart, and that you and then you love your husband. I know that too from Facebook.
Yeah,
I
honey,
just didn't realize y'all had been married for 34 years.
he
Wow.
hates Facebook. He hates it. He was like, because some of the things, and I try to block him sometimes so he won't see a
Mhm.
lot of the stuff, because he is on Facebook, but he's only on Facebook for the marketplace. He
Mhm.
actually looks for stuff to buy on the marketplace, and that's the only reason he does not have any friends. I'm his only friend on Facebook. So I did post something when we got off the ship, and he was like, "Take it down, take it down." So I do post sometimes about him, but he
Mhm.
absolutely hates it. So
Yeah, yeah.
I go against his word sometimes.
Well, you said that you all, don't have a lot of commonalities,
Not a whole
but it's so funny because we as in this single world,
lot.
we're always looking for someone. We're looking for people who we have in common with,
Mhm.
and you're just a testimony to the point where, I mean, y'all been together for 36 years, and
Mhm.
you all are completely different.
Completely.
But
I wish he could be on this. He's not here right now. I wish he could be on this call with me. He would never get in front of the camera like I'm in front of the camera, ever,
wow.
ever. We've done like a marriage retreat. I'm talking, I'm talkative sometimes, not always,
Mhm.
but he's quiet. So I don't think he's shy, but he's more. I'm reserved, but he's more reserved than I am.
Oh wow. Yeah, because I can see that you're reserved, you
Yeah,
know, but he's more reserved
he's,
than you are.
he's extremely reserved.
Wow.
No, I mean, this group that we just traveled with, we only been knowing them for 2 years, but it's like we've been knowing them a lifetime, because he, I mean, he has opened up so much to this couple. I'm like, he and the guy has become real good friends. I
That's
met
good.
her traveling with a group of ladies, and because I have like six sisters that I'm not close to, and I'm the
Mm.
baby of the family, and I always ask God, why, what am I doing wrong? So she is the closest thing to a sister to me.
Oh wow. Wow. I
But
tell you, it's always a reason for everything. It's always a purpose for everything. And
mhm,
you just never know what your story, you know, what will it do for other people, you
right,
know, because I mean, it's so much that I've learned from you, and just this short 15 minutes that we've been talking, you know,
really,
Yes, I mean, just about life, about love, and how when two people are just determined to be together,
It'll
you know,
work. It'll
and
work.
yeah, it's gonna work. So no
You got
matter what it
you
is you think
gotta
you don't
want it.
have in
You gotta
common.
want the same. Just you gotta want something in life the same, even though we aren't. I don't want to say we're not compatible because I know we are compatible. Because if
Hmm.
we wasn't, we wouldn't be together. He likes
Right.
the casino. I don't like the casino. I never
Mhm.
liked the casino. So, well, I'm not gonna just say the casino. He likes to play poker.
Mm.
I don't even know how to play no cards.
Oh my goodness, girl, you don't know how to play spades.
No, no, no. I do not know how to. And every time I tell that story, they was like, "You know how to play spade? You got three sons, and you don't." No, I remember my boys when they were younger. They were playing cards, and I didn't.
Hmm.
The only thing I played with them was Uno,
Mm.
spade, or anything. My mom was an avid card player. My dad didn't play cards. I don't recall him playing cards, but my mom, biz whiz, she was just an avid card player. So,
Uh-huh.
but
So you,
me
you
on the
you are
other.
more, you're more like your dad, more the reserved one.
Right. And
Hmm.
sometimes I used to think I'm like, I'm an outcast. You know how what they say, the black sheep of the family.
Mm.
And it's like even when I go around them, I don't fit in. So
Mm.
I don't know what that's about, but
And you're probably not meant to be, not meant to
mm,
fit in. I think we try to fit in everywhere we are,
yeah,
you
and-
know, instead of just being who we are and allowing, the world to open up to us,
right.
you know. And it's just amazing, how God gave you, sisters, even though they're not your sisters,
Hmm.
you know. So he was able to, fill that void that you had as well. And I think that's what God does. He and I think we just have to be open to seeing what he's doing in our lives.
Right. And learn how to accept what he has in life for us. Just accept
Yeah,
it and keep it moving.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, my therapist say sometimes things is what it is.
Right, right. I, I,
And
I've been there too because, like in 2018, my son got married,
mhm,
but the marriage wasn't a problem. I mean, the wedding wasn't a problem because it was in Vegas, and I know my family wasn't going to be able to come. But
mhm,
my daughter-in-law had a bridal shower.
mhm,
I used to run with a lot of women, about 3 or 4 women, and I purposely didn't invite my friends, because I have a large family, so my
mhm.
family could be there. Do you tell me no one would have ever told me, none would have showed up for me.
Wow.
They were saying stuff like, "Well, we don't even know the girl." I'm like, you get to know a person.
Right,
If you don't try to get to know a person, you won't know them.
right.
So they don't understand how that hurt me, and it took me to a sunken place.
Mm,
So I sought therapy to, come out of that place. 2018 to the beginning of 2020, I was in a dark place.
mm.
But by the grace of God, I was able to overcome it because I know a lot of people that get into those depressed modes, they can't come out. So it
Yeah,
was only God.
yeah. And I'm glad that you saw that you needed help too,
Mhm.
because I think that's where people go further under because they don't ask for help.
I mean, and I didn't know. Well, my husband noticed, because I guess I was a functioning depression because
Mm,
I would go to work. Nobody knew anything because I was normal. But when I
mhm,
got home, I got in my dark room and just went to bed every night. And and when we would talk about certain stuff, I would cry. And my doctor, I had a wellness visit, and she was just asking me, just general questions about life and about family. And I just bust out crying, and she was like, "You're not supposed to be crying, just telling me, about something." and she put me on some medication, which I didn't want to be on medication. She was like, "Well, this is just to help you cope a little bit," and she referred me to a therapist, and from
Mhm.
there, and much
Wow.
prayer, much writing on mirrors, writing on pictures that have glass. It helped me. It helped me overcome a lot.
Wow. Well, I know there's going to be opportunities for you to share your story even more because there's all types of people, women who deal with, what you've dealt with
Mm.
and are still dealing with it. And the fact that you were able to pull through, that's really a blessing. So I definitely want to acknowledge you in that moment.
Well, thank you, and I'm sorry for taking up your time on that.
Oh no, honey, this is all about you. This is all about you. So I'm truly enjoying our conversation. I really am.
Well,
And
thank you.
and I wanted to ask you because you mentioned you had three sons. You said one was 38. How old are the other two?
33. Let me see. He was born in 90, so that makes him 33, right? And I have my youngest is 28. He'll be 29 tomorrow.
Okay, okay. So you have a nice little gap there between the boys.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the first one, of course, wasn't planned because that he's not my husband's child. I had him in high school,
Mhm.
and my middle son is my husband. That one was planned, but of course, the last one wasn't. I was on this weight loss regimen, and he popped up from somewhere.
Well, it happens.
But yeah.
It happens. Yep. Yeah. That sounds like pretty much the way my three got here.
Yeah. And I wanted a girl. I want my very first child. I wanted him to be a boy because I knew boys were a little easier than
Yeah.
taking care of a girl. And the next one I wanted a girl, but I definitely wanted that last one to be a girl. But my husband didn't want any girls because he was like,
Oh.
that girl is never gonna date. I'm like, huh? I was 18 when you met me, and she's never gonna date.
Apparently, God knew because you
I
didn't have.
tell him all the time he prayed my little girl away. He prayed her away because I was supposed to have a girl. But I have 7 granddaughters
There we go.
and
See,
3 grandsons. So
yep,
yeah,
that's where your girls came from.
yeah.
And you could send them home too.
Oh, whew. Don't even mention that because I had 3 of them for last school year, the end of last school year. I don't even want to do that again.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah, that
I
was
can
a
only imagine.
total, interruption of life for us here,
Yeah,
us
I can only
empty nesters.
imagine.
But yeah,
Yeah, I can only
but we
imagine. I
enjoyed
can
it.
only.
We did enjoy it, but we don't want to do it unless we have to do it again.
Yeah. I don't. Well, I
Uh-uh.
hadn't gotten to that point yet, but I'm pretty sure I will feel the same way once I get there.
Ooh, honey.
But, Janice, I have truly enjoyed our time together, just getting to know you, and I just want to see if there's anything else that you want the tribe to know about you as
Uh,
we close.
with Tiffany, I just want to thank you for starting the tribe.
Mm,
Because if Pat hadn't did the segment she did, I wouldn't have known about it. So
mhm.
thank you, and it's a wonderful group, and I really would like to meet you in person.
Oh, definitely. I already told Pat that I'm got to come that way, or when she comes this way, we got to have dinner or lunch or something.
And where
So
are you?
I'm in Birmingham.
Birmingham. Okay. Well,
Yeah, so I'm not that far from Jackson.
right. I was thinking my husband has a nephew that lives in Tuscaloosa, which is probably about
Okay.
an hour before
Yeah.
Birmingham. Correct? Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's about maybe it's less than an hour, about 45 minutes or so away.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah,
and we
we got the
I mean, that's
plan.
probably that's that's a we can drive there and drive back in the same day. So
Yep.
yes, we
Or
definitely
even meet halfway. We can meet halfway somewhere
yes,
and do
yes,
lunch. I would love that. Me, you, and Pat can do that.
yes. That sounds like that sounds like a date. We gotta set
Yes.
it up. But
But
yeah.
we'll definitely have to plan offline to do that. I'm
Mm,
sure Pat will definitely be game for it too.
and that's like the segment you did with the dads that time. I was like,
Yeah.
that was excellent. Because
Yeah.
a lot of men don't think they have a spot when it
Mhm.
comes to taking care of kids or whatever, and they do. They
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hate that I didn't record that one because it was so good.
It was really good. I was on, and
Yeah.
I haven't been on lately because I'm an auditor, so school started, so I'm on the wrong road a lot,
Yeah.
traveling. And once I get in that hotel, I'm asleep
I
because
can
I gotta get up
imagine.
and get at it the next day.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
definitely understand that.
I actually love this group. I love this group. So,
I
how
love
did you
it.
come up with the idea?
Well, God really gave it to me.
Okay.
Uh, He really did. He was dealing with me personally about some things that I was dealing with, and then I just wanted to understand because it really came from my divorce.
Okay.
Because it was almost like I felt like I didn't know men, and I don't know if you feel like this sometimes, but when you go through something dramatic in your life, is almost like the devil plays with your head to where he makes you feel just completely incompetent, like you
Mhm.
just didn't know anything from the beginning and you're just dumb. So,
Been
so
there.
that's pretty much how I felt, And so I was like, well, gosh, do I even know men at all? How did I end up here and all this, that, and the other? And so in my search to trying to understand men more, I was in like men's rooms when they were talking about mental health, because that was something that was near to dear my heart.
Hmm.
And so I started to have a better understanding in regards to men and how what it was they were going through. And I was like, this is something that women need to really um, to hear and
Hmm.
to really for us to really understand each other, because a lot of times they would say things like we don't hear them, we don't understand them, and of course we say the same thing about them. And so I was like, and I told God, I said that it'll be great to have something like that, have a space like that where we can come together and pour into each other, and just have a safe space, a non-judgmental space. So
Exactly.
so
You
that's
know,
how.
and we as people need that period because
Yes,
we don't talk about it because we think somebody's gonna judge us for what we've been through. And,
yes.
and you're not even thinking that person may have been through some of the similar stuff. So,
Mhm.
we could help each other.
Yes, yes, and I think that's what we're designed to do, to help each other, and it's just so much negativity out there in the world. It's just always good to have some positive spaces.
And that's why I try not to get on Facebook a lot because it's a lot of negative stuff out there. Yes, I'm
Okay,
looking
all
forward
right.
to
Well,
it.
I'm gonna my chat. So you up here
Hello.
disturbing me while I'm.
Oh, I missed that. Hi.
All right, I'll talk to you in a minute. I tell you, you gotta love it. All right. Well, Janice, I really have enjoyed. Is there anything that you want to leave with the tribe?
No, just
One thing about you.
just remember to be kind on purpose because everybody's dealing with something, and you never know. Not even a smile could just help that person.
That's true. That's true. That's good.
Because,
And that's a good note.
we were on the ship, and I was talking to one of the young ladies that works on the ship, and I asked her, "Does she like her job?" She was like, "Oh, I absolutely hates it." And I was
Mm,
like, "Well, why did you come on the ship?" But she needed a job. So, and
mhm,
she was from Jamaica, and I do know Jamaica is a poor country.
mhm.
So I know she needed a job, but And she was like, you all just don't know how you help me just by talking to us, because some of the people are there away from their families, and everybody on that ship work, but they don't all get along. So
Yeah.
she needed to, a smile or just somebody to say hello to her.
Wow. Yeah, we just never know, do we?
A kind word goes
You
a
never know.
long way.
It really does.
Well,
It really
Tiffany,
does. Well, I definitely appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. And I can't wait till the tribe sees this. So uh, they'll be inspired and encouraged by you and
I
want
hope
to
so.
get you to know even better.
I hope so. All right. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Because that little one say, "Get out the phone, mommy."
Oh, I know. I know. And I'm sure he's hungry too.
Oh, well, yes. All right, Tiffany. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye bye.
Bye.